444. Maybe that means something good, I don't know. All right, we're actually good to go now. We just finished a little morning dose of 2-mile run, calisthenics, mobility, got my shake dialed in, ready to hit this deep work session. Got an important meeting at 9 o'clock, so it's very important that I really lock in and get as much as possible done in these first few morning hours. The morning hours are really like everything to me. So yeah, we're gonna get it done. But I just had this realization of like why I run. And I know that sounds like so like, oh, I was gonna say the cliche, but it's like, dude, the cliche is like, I just feel mentally dialed. And I don't just run because it's like, helps my aesthetic, you know, like my face look slimmer, which like, I'm not gonna lie, that does register in my subconscious, is I'm like, oh, my face retains less water when I run all the time. So, you know, that's always been kind of like my, you know, post-anorexic tendency to try to keep up. But on another level, there's the real just mental acuity that I get from running that I just don't get it from strength training. And that doesn't mean I don't get like different benefits from strength training, because strength training has its own slew of benefits that make me feel amazing. But for the morning, when I'm trying to be like nimble and light and just locked in on those like few small things that are actually like a really big deal, running just mentally prepares me for that. It's not just a cognitive performance, it's also a mental preparation, and my backpack's too heavy, so the seatbelt thing is going off. Ooh, I love that. Thanks for interrupting me, Camry. I hate this car so much. I do not miss this car at all. I've not missed it. I wish, whatever, it's a whole nother conversation. So, yeah. Basically, you know when you have the thought and then it runs away as soon as you try to record it? That's what just happened to me. You're gonna be depressed anyways in winter, at least for me. I'm kind of mentally depressed in winter. So I try to run every day to get those chemicals in my system that just make me feel good. Because you get endorphins from running and it feels so good. It feels so freaking good. I don't think it takes you to run like 12 miles to do that. You can do a small little circuit in the morning. It doesn't have to be your main workout. And that was my philosophy behind the daily dose when I originally started juggernaut mode and all this stuff, is because I just felt locked in on the mornings that I not only got up early to do deep work, but also got a little bit of exercise, like 30 minutes of just quick exercise to start the day off. And I know I'm not the only one that does this. They do this in the military for a reason. I don't think it's, at least for me in this season of my life, I don't think it's sufficient for me to just wake up, roll out of bed, and go to Starbucks and do work, because what happens is I don't know what's gonna happen for the rest of the day. I don't know. Like as soon as I leave the door, as soon as I walk out the door of the house, there's kind of a lot of things that are outside my control. But that morning is inside my control. And this was the philosophy from David Goggins about like win the morning. And he was so big on this. And when I first heard that in his book, Can't Hurt Me, it like revolutionized my life. It completely revolutionized my entire life, top down. Because when you win the morning, like he says, you're mentally prepared for the day. Even if, you know what, the day goes to shit, it doesn't matter. It's like you were locked in the morning and you did what you needed to do. You know what, you got your push-ups, you got your pull-ups, you got your run. You did the things you needed to do. And that just puts you in a different mental state. It prepares you for the things that are gonna go wrong. And it puts you just in a level of capability that I don't think you're naturally riding just rolling out of bed. Unless you're Alex Hormozy, I don't know. That dude, he just loves to work and he's fine with doing that. And I mean, like, I don't know, a lot of people would say like, oh, that's unproductive or whatever, like you're wasting these times in the morning, but like, truly, I don't think there's anything more productive than waking up and running in the morning. After all the different morning routines I've tried, I don't think there's anything more productive than that. I think walking is good, but I think running is infinitely better. I think walking is great. I think walking has an extremely important lifestyle place that you should be a walking person. You should not be sedentary. Because if you're sedentary, you're gonna be more depressed. You're gonna carry more weight that you don't need to be carrying. You're gonna be carrying more tension and swirling thoughts and like ideas that don't need to be stifling and sitting with you on the couch. If you just are a walking person, you just walk things off. And that's a normal thing for me, is I just go for a walk. If people know that I'm kind of in a pissy mood or something, or, oh, Jamie's a little tense, whatever, it's like, You know what? I know when I'm starting to kind of trip and I'm starting to kind of be an ass for no reason. Yeah, okay, I'll disappear and I'll go for a walk. Bye. Like, I'm gone. And people know me for disappearing. I'm known for disappearing because when my energy's off, I recalibrate. I don't want to keep my energy there. I don't want to just continue to spread negativity and like a grumpy energy to people. And I'm generally a grumpy person. Like, my natural state is not this high. I mean, it is, like, I am high energy, but it's also not. Like, I have lots of days where I wake up and I just feel like a lost professor, and I'm just like, what are we doing today? Why am I doing this? Like, what is going on? And that's just kind of my natural, like, default. And I have to generate that energy from the morning. I have to dial it up because I don't want to be like that all the time. And I don't want to experience that all the time because I'm stuck with me. Regardless of my work, regardless of how much money I make, I'm stuck with me. I'm stuck with my energy. And you have to take ownership and accountability for your energy because you're the only one that can control it. And you're the only one that can change it. Like, no one can own your energy for you. So you have to take responsibility for that, especially if you live with a family or you live with people. It's so important, man. And when you're the person with good energy, you're just a blessing to everybody. Like, people just love being around you because you've got great energy. So I didn't mean to go on a whole rant, but I kind of did at the same time because I think waking up early and like running is the most productive thing you can do. And if you haven't done it before, then like, what are you waiting for? What do you have to lose? Because if you're already depressed in the winter depression, like, you're already depressed. And this is my philosophy myself. It's like, you know what? I'd rather be slightly overtrained and a little sore and my back's a little tight and my hip's a little sore there and I need to work on my ankle mobility and there's some things that are tight. I would rather be that than be grumpy and on the couch because I didn't move. And so I would rather be dealing with the recovery and the workload of getting after it in the gym and getting after it on the pavement every day than the just like depressive frustration and tension of just doing nothing about it. And I get it. It's like, you're busy. You have work to be doing. You have priorities. I get it. Like, you got to prioritize. You got to get things done. You got to lock in. That's real. But that mental preparation and that energy, it is a deposit in the next 72 hours of energy. And when you're making those deposits on a consistent basis, it makes you feel a little bit unstoppable, and maybe a little too unstoppable, like relative to how unstoppable you actually are. But I don't know. I think it's good to get into like a God kind of energy for the day, and to get like, for me, running gets me closer to God. It mentally gives me a little bit of time to just think and pray and listen. And I need that, man. I need that in the morning. As much as I love to go and hit like a full-on workout, I tend to go too hard on a workout, but I've learned how to control myself with running. So whatever you do, just get up early. It doesn't have to be 4 a.m. I get it. You might be a shift worker, or you might work at Starbucks and you might wake up at 3 a.m. These people are crazy, and I love them because they bring me coffee every morning, and it's really the best thing ever. Not that Starbucks coffee is the best thing ever, but like the ritual is the best thing ever. I wish I wasn't attached to Starbucks coffee just because like it's corporate and all that stuff, but I don't know, bro. Like, this place for me has so much 4 a.m. energy from high school when I first discovered David Goggins and I first discovered, the 5 a.m. club and just different motivational speakers and content. This Starbucks for me is like the birthplace of that animal. And this was like my coping place during a breakup as well. My first breakup, which was the love of my life at the time. I was absolutely in love with her, and that kind of all fell apart. So this Starbucks right here is very special to me, and that's why I still come here just about every morning to get my deep work in. And I'm just overjoyed when I come in here, at least with the right mentality, and I actually remember how much I love this and how much I love doing the work. And yeah, honestly, this is just a privilege just to like even think about this right now and kind of be in this energy space. So I'm really just grateful, and I'm thankful to the Lord that I'm still here, I'm still alive, I'm still breathing. And yeah, it's time to get after it. I hope this serves you, and I will see you in the next one. Righteous Grind. Okay, you can cut it here.